Well, welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. I'm Wyatt.
Justin.
And Monty.
Today we're taking a look at the Cameroon Chisel by Flor Dominicana. I've had this one a couple times before, and I remember it being especially dark for a Cameroon. But LFD makes a great cigar, and I know we're going to enjoy this one. Now the whole thing with the chisels, have we smoked a chisel cigar before? I don't know.
Not for a review.
Not for a review, yeah. But they have that, I think it's even patented cap on the cigar, where you can literally just squeeze the ends and then it'll open up the cigar for a draw. For me, the draw is a little bit tight, and so I usually just flip off the cap and the chisel. But it depends. I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but that's usually what I do. But this is a beautiful looking stick, very oily, very smooth. It's kind of got a rough sandpaper type of texture, not even like a fine grain, just a general sandpaper type of texture, but regardless, it appears very smooth. Let's see, on the aroma, I'm not sure that makes any sense now that I think about it.
Yeah.
It's sandpaper, very
smooth sandpaper, yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Do with that what you will.
I was going to let it flow.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much there on the wrapper for me other than just kind of a general tobacco. Maybe a little bit of, I don't know, hay or something, but then on the foot, there's a real nice musky earth kind of aroma. Very dark, very, very musky, very rich and deep. It smells delicious. Just
Yeah, this is that's a gorgeous looking cigar. Very, very dark brown, almost black. Very nice firm pack for me. It's got a little bit of a weight to it. Seams are done well. A lot of veins, but very fine. Off the aroma, I get a lot of rich tobacco and almost a bit of like a semi-sweet dark chocolate off the wrapper. Very, very nice actually for me. And then off the foot, about the same. Very nice, deep, dense, rich tobacco and a bit of like semi-sweet chocolate or dark chocolate. Very nice.
I guess I'm going to be the dissenting voice here. It's like they're describing something else. My cigar is very mottled. There's tons of stretch marks. One of the seams is basically coming apart already, and I haven't even really touched it. So I'm a little concerned. It doesn't have really any oil to it. It's just a really dry wrapper. But tons of aromas coming off the wrapper. By far, really a super sweet aroma off the wrapper, and then off the foot, I'm a little concerned because there's almost some voids in the filler. The way it's rolled, you can just see some holes in there. But as far as an aroma, man, tons of sweetness and hay, just a lot. So I'm amazed that this cigar came from the same box that those two did. I'll put it to you this way because it looks night and day, completely different.
Well, Bonnie's been wrong before, so let's get it lit up and see what we think.
That was kind of rude. Desert Smoke Death Battle.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games until somebody takes a lit cigar to the cornea. That's part of the eye. Right.
It's really drying on that first puff for me.
Probably just your personality. Yeah, mine's really dry draw also.
But well played. We're going with
Thank you. I get a ton of pepper on that first draw. And I've already got a nice little crack about a half an inch up the cigar, so it's going to be a treat tonight. Should be fun.
You know, I've got that same crap.
Do you?
Yeah. And I know these cigars are well humidified too.
Did you guys both cut the tip on yours just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I. I normally just pinch it, but I thought I'd cut it a little bit tonight and see how it goes.
I definitely pick up a lot of pepper spice right just in the middle of the tongue.
Yeah.
exactly. There's something else there that is maybe almost sort of like that campfire sort of taste that we've described before. That that Kentucky fire cured tobacco a lot of times has it almost sort of tangy taste to it.
Like a real pungent wood smoke kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. It's nice. I wouldn't describe pungent, but definitely very rich and dark.
Yeah, maybe pungent's not a good word. Just strong.
Aromatic.
Aromatic. Odiferous.
I maybe that's I would say very earthy, like a dark earth. Maybe that's kind of the same flavor. It's almost like you can taste it after the smoke. I mean, the finish is really long for me. It kind of coats the entire roof of my mouth with that kind of dark, dense, earthy flavor.
Yeah. Very peppery. Very, very peppery. It
A little surprising.
well, it dies out nicely, but especially when right there on the draw, it's very, very peppery.
Yeah, it kind of sits
Mellows
and
down.
lingers. Yeah.
Great start.
Let's get in the first third. See how it develops.
Oh, we're about 10 minutes into the LFD Cameroon. Still really good. Haven't had too many flavor changes. The pepper is kind of mellowed out. It's not as prevalent, but other than that, still getting a real deep, rich tobacco and that kind of tangy taste. And it sort of depends from puff to puff. Sometimes I think it's almost like you got a citrus bite to it, and then the next I'll think, no, that's not it at all. But very, very tasty, very unique taste. I haven't had a great burn, but no touch-ups. And the ash is kind of expanding on me, so I bet I'll have to ash here pretty soon, but still really, really good.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. My ash is holding on actually relatively well. It's kind of a medium to full in body for me, but not so much in strength. A lot of rich tobacco flavors, a lot of like deep earth. The spice is gone as well for me. And I kind of pick up what Wyatt's talking about with I guess a tangy type of something. I just can't really put my finger on it as well. But we'll see how it goes. So far, really great stick.
Yeah, I agree on the tangy thing. There is something there. It's kind of mellow, but I don't know what to call it really. The pepper's all gone away for me. My burn is razor sharp. The ash is, tight, white, and firm. But as far as the rest of the cigar, that seam I mentioned is already coming open. And, 2 puffs in, I had a crack. Now I have a crack that's all the way, almost halfway up the cigar. It's getting worse. So the cigar, right, you can't see it, but right here, just past the burn line, is continually swelling as it moves up, way more than normal cigars would. But the flavors are really good. The burn is good. It's just that those big cracks and the bad seams that are concerning me right now.
Well, let's get into the second third. Approach the midpoint. See if we get any changes.
Oh, we're about halfway through this LFD Cameroon. Really, the only flavor change has been that pepper. Now it's completely gone. I'm still getting that tangy sort of taste, whatever that may be. Has gotten a lot sweeter, and for me, the finish is now a pretty straight sweet tobacco. It's not really harsh, but it is very unrefined. We said that before. I was expecting a little bit more out of this second half. It's still very good, but I'm having a lot of construction issues. I took off the band, and it looks like a little bit of glue on the band got stuck to the wrapper, and so I had to be real careful. But it still took up a chunk of the wrapper, and so other than that, though, it's been good. But hopefully, something in this last couple of inches brings me back into interest.
Actually, I've kind of really enjoyed it. I got to talking, so I'm a little bit behind the other two, but no flavor changes really since the last update. Still medium to full bites. The flavors are still kind of in your face for me. Not that much in strength. Burn's been well. It ashed pretty well on its own. That kind of tangy flavor that we've been talking about. Call me crazy, but it kind of tastes like a sweet and sour sauce almost. A little sweet, a little tangy, and that's kind of what I could attribute it to. It's the best that I can do with what I could think of. Other than that, I can't attribute to it too much, but like a sweet and sour sauce. But very nice. Still kind of keeping par from the course from the last update, but overall I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I think we all had that bit of tanginess to our cigars. Mine's definitely, it's not gone away, but it's not near what it was. I'm starting to get a little bit of cedar in it now. It's definitely noticeable for me. I did have to touch it up once. The burn got pretty off quite a bit, but as soon as I touched it up, it's really burned well. The ash is still really firm. No cracks or no other seam issues or anything like that. So to me, it's very medium, but it's the last 20 minutes have been super smooth. You know, it's really kind of come into its own, I think, and I'm really starting to get that cedar and just nice smoothness.
Well, let's get in the final third. See if we get any changes.
Well, we're at the last third of this LFD Cameroon. I've smoked mine down to the nub here. There's probably about an inch left or so. It's a really good cigar, but it's one of those cigars that now that I've actually sat down and reviewed it, my opinion has changed. It's sort of like that, what's that My Father cigar? I always forget the name of it. Got Cigar of the Year.
Oh, Flor Dominicana?
Yeah, Flor de las Antillas, yeah. Still really good in my mind, but now that I've actually sat down and thought about it, it's not as good as I remember. Regardless, though, like I said, it's still very good. This is definitely an end-of-your-day type of stick, especially that pepper in that first third to a half. It's not overpowering or overwhelming, but it is very powerful and very noticeable. Construction was pretty good. I had quite a few problems, especially with that band. It took off a chunk of the wrapper. I don't know. Overall, a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this cigar a 7.5. It's something I'd keep in a kind of a regular rotation of cigars. It's a nice, almost task type of cigar at the end of your day, if that makes any sense. But definitely treat yourself. Nice type of cigar.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very good cigar, but I also, this final third has been really bad. I started getting pop after pop and crack, and my wrapper's been peeling off to the point that pretty much half of my wrapper's gone, exposing the binder. So I'm going to end it. There's no reason to really smoke it at this point for me. But up until this point, it was very good. The spiciness in the first third of the cigar is very nice. Dives into a very kind of earthy, rich tobacco, and that tangy flavor, sweet and sour, or however you want to say it, is very interesting, very unique. Overall, I do enjoy it. It's kind of it died down to really a solid medium for me. Same strength, built and dropped, and I would say right around mild to medium in strength. Overall, very nice end of your day cigar. I think that's kind of what this cigar is good for. I think it's a little heavy for them, definitely too heavy for the mornings, and a little too heavy even for the afternoon. It's a sit down, relax type of smoke for me. I'd agree with the 7.5. I would like to have given it a little higher, but with all these construction issues and this final third just kind of killed it for me. But overall, a very nice smoke.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I've smoked this cigar probably half a dozen times over the last few weeks, and this is the worst one that I've gotten so far. The horrible construction issues. The burn was pretty good. I only fixed it up once, but there was so much popping and splitting of the seams and splitting of the wrapper itself. It's really disappointing. I don't think this is a morning cigar. I don't think this is a golf cigar or anything like that. I think it's a cigar that you need to sit down and have an hour and a half to devote to. But it's really kind of disappointing how badly this cigar performed, if you will, tonight as far as the construction goes. So, you know, and we're reviewing it based off this one, not the ones we may smoke in the future or in the past. But so I'm gonna have to go with a 7.5 just because of the construction issues.
Well, in conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. But until next time, smoke them if you got them.